Yo, WOTU here. So I'm going to apologize for, milking Scopera versus SDOG. Now, Scopera versus SDOG is no doubt my most popular, if not my best animation I have hosted on this channel. It's like very smooth animation, high quality. Yeah, you get it. And it was like the final episodes of season 1 Multiversal Champions. So it was like, it was special. But so you notice I have been, re-uploading the video like different, cause the fight was like in like 3 parts, and I split up the 3 parts and just like post them separately. And I just recently re-uploaded like the full fight of the breakdown. So I'm going to go and like explain why I was like milking the video. So alright. So, Sprite. So, around the time I did Scopera versus SDOG, I look at the animation, I was like, I didn't have the proper, materials for the sprites I needed. I didn't have sprite creators making the sprites for me. So I resorted to using WOTU PNGs. So SDOG is a Roxanne. So his sprite was not fully accurate to his design. So SDOG himself has a sprite sheet, but at that time Scopera didn't have a sprite sheet. So Mythical Girls is like a project I was working on in private, and yeah. So when Mythical Girls got up to the popularity it did because of that video, I decided to go on Discord, ask around to see if I can find sprite creators to help me out to make a Suko sprite, aka Scopera. So yeah, I found people who were able to do so, and yeah. But I was actually planning a remake, but due to like my schedule, I'm not gonna lie, gang, I was just lazy. But another thing is I don't really know how to like animate full on sprites. I just know how to animate WOTU PNG. So I wanted to at least improve my animation first before I move on to like using the sprites itself to remake the video. But this was like around this time my mentor told me that he knows somebody who's doing like a animation live show, and he said that I can possibly submit Scopera versus SDOG. So when I submitted Scopera versus SDOG, I remember it being like denied at first because of the length. So my mentor, he's very good friends with the people there. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna see if he can get Scopera versus SDG in the live show. So yeah, I posted like in order to like cut the length down, I just re-uploaded the first fight, and it was 3 minutes. So I just sent it to him, and he sent it to the people. They able to accept it, and yeah. There's been no further contest on the animation live show, as that's still in development. But I did like make a community post about it a while back. So yeah, so we're looking forward to like November where I upload the second part of the fight. So during that time, I was noticing my channel was kind of dying, and I was like, you know what? I was thinking to myself, and I just had the feeling like, bro. So I don't Scopera is a Precor OC, and Precor is like a magical girl anime owned by Toei. Now, Toei do not play about Precor. They will copyright you in a heartbeat. And in that video itself, I use Precor gives and clips to like make her breakdown. But also SDOG is a Dragon Ball OC, which is another Toei property. So I'm pretty much asking to get double copyright for using the clips. So I just had like the feeling though. I was just like, I re-uploaded the second part of the fight. And then third part I plan to post that like a week later. But then I was like, nah, let me not post that a week later. So then I forget about posting it. And was cut forward to recently. So June 7th was an anniversary of Scopera versus SDOG, and I wanted to, celebrate it in a way. So yeah, I just need to celebrate it, and I low-key forgot that it came out June 7th, and I just, didn't do anything for that day or announce it. So, I was like, you know what, let me save this for my birthday, the third part of the video. So I posted, and yeah. And then, I was like, you know what, let me just post the full fight too, because, Multiversal Champions is a Death Battle series. And, when Death Battle do their animations and stuff, there's people that re-upload the animations and just call it fight only. So, I was like, you know what? I don't got nothing to upload right now. I'm currently working on other animations that's not WOTU related. And, I was just like, you know what? Let me just, let me just post the full fight and hope that help y'all watch that in order to, just like have something to watch while I'm busy. So yeah. But low key, I'm sorry for, milking Scorpio versus SDLG. And I do still plan to do like the Sprite remake, as the original video was originally supposed to be Sprite animated, but due to Scorpio not having a sprite sheet, me not knowing how to use the sprites, I just made it WOTU style. But Scorpio got a voice actress, and I'm gonna find a voice actor from SDLG, and in the remake, I'm gonna redo the entire fight, so it won't be copy paste. It's still gonna be like very similar, but it won't be to the point it's like scene for scene this fight. I want to do like more hand-to-hand combat, and it's gonna be green minutes just per hands. It's gonna be like one of those sprite animations you will see on Dragon Ball YouTube channels. So yeah, hopefully that clears up the misunderstanding of me milking Scorpio versus SDOG. So yeah, yeah, YouTube out.